You ready? Well, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube, it's Tim Robson here on my wonderful Honda Shadow 750. This is the thing that's been taking up all of my time recently. And I've been happily cruising around on this every opportunity I can. Just like to give a little shout out and say thank you to Life of Adventure on Instagram for sending me a new SD card for my action camera so that I can actually record more than 5 minutes footage. It's a big help, and massive thank you to you, legend. So today I'm going to take a little cruise up to Longtown and nickle her on the back. She loves it. Bit of a nicer day than yesterday. I hope it doesn't rain again. It looks clearer. It was grey and miserable all day yesterday. Yeah, I'm trying out a different mic setup today. I've got the microphone blue tacked to the inside of my helmet, so you're right in front of my mouth. I hope I'm not too loud or it's not too echoey. And I don't really know what the difference is if I have my visor closed. This is my visor open and that's my visor closed. It sounds a bit more echoey to me, but then again, I don't want you getting too much wind noise. I put the chin curtain back on my helmet to try and stop some of the wind getting in underneath. I'm going to take a nice subtle cruise through to Longtown, so I am quite low on fuel, so hopefully we don't run out. That would be an interesting one. The bike's supposed to do 150 to 160 miles to a tank, and that's if you know, being reasonable with it. The most amount of driving this bike's done off this tank of fuel is to Lancaster and back. Well, back from Lancaster anyway, because I topped up when I was there. When I was down giving Tom a lift to pick up his Dragstar 650 the other day. It's a great ride down there. Really nice weather as well. Surprise, surprise, it only started raining when we got back to Carlisle. After about 150 miles of driving in nice blue sky and dry, and then we get back to Carlisle and it starts hoying it down. Quite a cold draft today. I wish I'd zipped the liner into my jacket, but it's be alright. It's be alright. Yeah, so no bushcrafting at the moment. I've done 2 camps since I last uploaded a video with John, and the last camp I did was so wet that I couldn't record anything, so my phone would have been destroyed. And the one before that was completely spare at the moment, and I didn't have any battery on my phone by the time I got out there. So yeah, pretty disorganized on my part. I need to plan a camp where I know it's going to be dry, or dry-ish. I don't mind a bit of rain. It's just I was in Estomure and it literally bucketed it down for a constant 9 or 10 hours while we were there, and I didn't really want to mess my phone up in the rain, because it gets moisture in it and then it starts glitching out and boots up in safe mode and buttons stop working and all sorts of stuff. So I decided to be safe on it. Bikers are friendly around here. Well, you get the occasional one on a sports bike who's like, I'm not nodding at you, you're driving a cruiser, I'm not nodding at you, meh. But everybody else is sweet. And a couple of people being very shocked that I am a youngish kind of guy. Get off my bike and they're like, oh, I expected you to be like 50-year-old. I'm like, ha, I'm only 29, pal. And then I've had a couple of people saying, oh, that should be a Harley Davidson, that should. Oh, Harley Davidsons, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, good for you. You like Harley Davidsons, that's fine. I like the sound of them, that's about it. And I don't intend on paying money just for something to sound nice. I'd rather spend 450 quid and get some blooming short shots put on the shadow. Get some Vance and Hines on there. That'll make it sound better. Not like a Harley, because it's still not got the same timing. Yeah, not got the same timing, but what's that really? Just a little bit of a thud 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 rather than a brrrr. My bike, it always sounds quite peppy, quite revvy, like it's got a lot of life to it. I passed a Harley, well, I didn't pass a Harley the other day. I was going one way and he was coming the other, and yeah, nearly bloody deafened me going past. Bloody thing was so loud. Yeah, it's quite strange how much like internal prejudice there is in the biking community. Like sports bike guys won't wave at me because I'm on a cruiser, and people think I'm some middle-aged retired man who's having a midlife crisis, and I'm not. I'm like 29. Yep, I'm rocking the Honda Shadow. It's a gorgeous bike, it's a comfy bike. It's fast enough, you know. I don't fancy grinding my nuts off on the fuel tank of a bloody Ninja or anything like that. I already find it hard enough to stick to the speed limit. Constantly like, oh, need to reduce my speed by 5 miles an hour just because the bike doesn't like going slowly. Say, no, I don't want to go at 30. I want to go at 36. Well, unless I stay in first gear and just have the bike do this constantly. No. And then second, you try and be at 30 and it's like, no, I want to go 40 miles an hour. Honda garage where I got my new front tyre on, and where they have some very expensive motorcycles. Expensive motorcycles. So, well, that was the journey through Carlisle town. City. I know it is a city. It's a dinky city. Avante! Do 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 do. This is my space now. Three, two, on go. Into the 50, cruising along at 50, never quite as fun as it seems to be. Yeah, the more of these videos I do, the more you'll realise that it makes me a bit hyper and I end up singing about things that I see around me. But I'm sure if anybody else around watching this, drives motorbikes, they'll know exactly what I mean, that it just makes you so happy. So hopefully you're not getting too much wind noise. Hopefully not being deafened by the sound of the wind around me. Sorry if I just poked you in the face. To remember, I have a camera on my head. And I also hope you have a decent view. I'm still kind of working out the angle that I need to have my camera tilted. Big lumps in the road, lumps in the road, cyclists are a hazard. It's a hazard! Looks pretty grey up Scotland way. Looking mighty grey up Scotland way. Well, it kind of usually does. Every time I go up to Estomere, I'm like, is it? Whoa, man, chill your tits. Crazy van, man. Can't stand it when people indicate like 4 feet away from the turn they're about to take. Like, yes, I'm about to go this way. Boom, and then they turn. It is not enough time. You do not give enough time to brake for me to think, shit, that's going to slow down now. Sorry, yawning. Didn't sleep very well last night, as usual. West Linton. Slow down for this evil crossroad. The crossroad of doom. There's been so many accidents on that crossroad. People pulling out when they think there's nothing coming, but there actually is. And yeah, not good. Not good. Come on, 4x4. You can speed up a little, eh? Is not in slow down zone anymore. Do not, I will overtake you. Hopefully. No, I will not, because it's corner and van is coming. Cars, forever taking 6 months to get back up to speed after slowing down. Oh no, I have slowed down. I will stay at this speed for 4 weeks. I don't like being stuck behind anything, really. Quite happy if there's just a 12-mile stretch of free, clear road in front of me. But that's never the case. And it's not like I'm speeding. I'm going 56. And that 4x4 was doing about 46. Like, no, I am not lingering with you for any longer. Would overtake here, but there's a blind entrance and quite a nasty dip in the road as well. Whoa, didn't like that much. That was an unpleasant shift into 4th from 5th. Bike went click and then nothing happened. It's a bit better. Now we're getting towards the I need to do an oil change section of my bike's life. You're not in the 30-mile-an-hour zone yet, mate. Now we're in the 30-mile-an-hour zone. People slowing down like a whole mile before they need to. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous! Poor Nick on the back will probably have had a little bit of a scary moment there. Doesn't really like overtaking, which is sad because I do. I very much like overtaking. There's always some kind of fray going on this road. Ah, right. So this is the jolly Longtown, although it's not particularly jolly or particularly long for being called Longtown. I've been to far longer towns. Like Eaglesfield, that goes on for about 4 miles from one end to the other. This does not. Announce my presence. Well, we made it here without running out of fuel. That's a positive part.